Good morning, everybody. We forgot to start this video before we started working, but we are processing sugar pie pumpkins today. We are getting the seeds all out, chopping them up, throwing them in the roaster, and we're going to let them, as much as we can, cook down in the roaster. And we're going to puree and can it. I know they say you shouldn't can pumpkin, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you to make your own choices. Awesomely, we have found that my vegetable peeler that we got off of Amazon will peel a pumpkin without a problem. So, that's helping a lot. We will check back in with you guys later. Alright, we are down to our last pumpkin for the day today. We still have a whole fence full of pumpkins to do a different day, but for today this is going to fill up the roaster completely. So, if you guys want to watch this thing at work, it works fairly well. That first cut is the hardest, getting through the initial part of the rind. And then it's all about the amount of pressure that you put on the blade, because if you put too much, it'll dig in too far, and then it gets stuck. But if you just kind of put a nice light pressure on it and pull away, it works pretty quickly to get these pumpkins peeled. If that happens, you gotta clean it out. Otherwise, it won't cut the skin. See, that time I went too deep. And yes, I'm throwing pumpkin peel all over the place. It'll get cleaned up when we're finished. Sometimes to make good food, you gotta get the kitchen messy. So there you have it. It took about 2.5 minutes to peel a pumpkin, and it keeps you from trying to chop your hand off when you're trying to peel it with a knife. So I will link this peeler in the description on the Amazon link for it. I think it was around $10, 10 or 12, but it works excellent. Alright, so here's our very full roaster of pumpkin. We're going to get it going in my big roaster at about 300, 325 just to get it going. with a couple of cups of water in it, and then I will turn it down to about 200 to cook overnight, and then I'll puree it in the morning, turn it back up to about 300, get it up to a good, nice, high temperature, and then get it canned. And then we have the seeds here. I believe this round of seeds is going to go into the garden. Next round of seeds, because we still have another whole, I think another 10 of the pie pumpkins. Some of those seeds will get roasted, and some of that will be turned into pumpkin butter. So stay tuned. When we get to that, we'll let you know. Alright everybody, so we are having gumbo for dinner. We've got everything sliced and diced except for the shrimp that's still defrosting. And ready to go. I am starting my roux, which for good gumbo, you start your roux with some bacon drippings and mix in your flour. And it takes about a half hour to get the roux nice and dark without burning it. So I'm going to get started on that, and we'll check in periodically while I'm making dinner. Alright, so here are my vegetables and the sausage that I've cooked in the roux. The pot is just starting to boil, so we're going to start adding everything over into the big pot. And I have my okra back there cooking in some bacon drippings. So the next step is to get all of this into the big pot, get it all boiling, and let it simmer.